people losing the memory of the events that took place during World War II. The museum was founded in 1987, and in 2001 we enlarged the museum, and since then the number of visitors have increased to an average of 40,000 per year. You can imagine that the board, the staff, and the volunteers, our volunteers of the museum, are proud of this result. Momentarily, we are in the process of planning and developing a complete new museum, assisted by international historians from the USA, UK, Canada, Poland, Germany, and the
veterans. I'd like to speak a few words to our British guests. I was born 10 years after Market Garden. The war is something out of stories from our fathers and mothers. Personal stories, impressive stories. Each of you has had such a story, a personal story, when you came to this region. I will thank you. I want to thank you for the offer you gave, and I'm very honored that the museum in our municipality is granted to these standards. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear veterans, I please invite now Mr. Charles Reeves, National President of the Market Garden Veterans Association. Charles.
Standard bearers. Carry. Standard.
Honoured guests, ladies and veteran comrades, to begin this speech, my thanks to you, Dr. Anders Will P.H. Lenders, for taking in and the laying up of our sacred branch standards of the Market Garden Veterans Association here in this Grosbeck Liberation Museum, 1944-45. Our standards will not be taken out of this museum once they have been laid up, not for any ceremonial event whatsoever. That will take place. This will be their final resting place. Now, going back to 65 years ago with Operation Market Garden, we were then young soldiers, some still in their teens, others just past the 20. We were fighting fit. Most of us had landed in Normandy during the month of June and fought the Battle of Normandy. Now we are old veterans, all over the 84, who come back to the Netherlands each year in the month of September to visit those British and Commonwealth war cemeteries where our comrades in arms lie buried. We hold a wreath-laying ceremony and remember them. I hope when we have all passed away, that's what old soldiers do, the younger generation will carry on with the September remembrance ceremonies. 65 years ago, 19 September 1944, Operation Market Garden was in its third day of ferocious fighting. The 101st and the 82nd American Airborne Divisions had captured all bridges except the Nijmegen Bridge. They were still waiting for the assault boats to arrive. The Guards Armour Division was already in Nijmegen and also supporting the American Airborne in Bergendal and Mook. The 50th Northumbrian Infantry Division was giving flank protection along Hell's Highway and keeping the road open. The 43rd Wessex Infantry Division was passing through. They arrived in Nijmegen on the 20th. The task for the 43rd was to cross the Nijmegen Bridge and go into Arnhem and clear the town of the enemy. But when the Arnhem Bridge was retaken by the Germans after the heroic fighting of Colonel Frost's battalion, holding the bridge much longer than his orders were, plans were changed. This was a short summary of what happened on 19th September 65 years ago. Let us not forget the heroic crossing of the Waal on the 20th of September by the soldiers of the 82nd American Airborne Division. Let us not forget the heroic fighting that took place on the Arnhem Bridge. Let us not forget the Polish Parachute Brigade. Let us not forget the heroic fighting that took part on the island and the evacuation of the 2,300 British 1st Airborne over the Nether Rhine by the British and Canadian Royal Engineers and the 130 Brigade. Let us not forget all those soldiers who lost their lives during Operation Market Garden. We will and we must remember them.
Yeah.
Dr. Anders Will P. Excellentis, you have always welcomed us into your museum during our September pilgrimage. It is an honour to have our sacred branch standards in this museum. I now ask our patron, Brigadier Santa Ulala DSO MC, to come forward and present our meritorious award.
Our sportsman, Mr. Reeves. Thank you very much. I please invite now the Mayor of Nijmegen, Mr. De Graaf.
And first let me congratulate you with your award, which is of course very justified. You symbolize the importance of commemoration, of remembrance, and you and your museum do their utmost best to preserve the memories and to hand them over to new generations. And we are very happy that the museum is here in the Nijmegen area in Groesbeek, and I'm sure we will have a beautiful future for the museum coming ahead of us. Ladies and gentlemen, although Mr. Reeves said otherwise, the common wisdom is that old soldiers never die. And I think there is some truth in it, because it reflects the importance of the memories of the achievements soldiers 65 years made here in this area. And as Mr. Reeves said, you came from a long way. Most of you came to the continent in Normandy, fought your way up to Belgium, and then Operation Market Garden started, and you came here. Mostly after heavy fights, you liberated this area together with the Americans of the 82nd Airborne, and you played a very important role afterwards on the island, in the Nijmegen environment, and later with the Rhineland Offensive, Operation Veritable.